What's up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Evan Sushi Blue, and let's get right into the podcast.
That I genuinely would like you to redo that. That was easily the worst intro you've ever done.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to the American Sushi Podcast. I have been bullied into doing another intro. I am one of your hosts, Too Spooky, otherwise known as Brandon sometimes, and with me is my co-host, Evan.
Hey, that's me, and I'm the one who made him do a different intro, but we'll probably put both in, because it's funny.
And today, we have a spectacular guest with us, the one, the only, 414Anime.
Yeah, hello. Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, not at all. Not at all. You guys make me feel like I've got friends, so I jump for it.
That's what we're gonna find out today.
That is it.
Oh, okay.
Either way,
no, we're already friends. We already bonded way before we started the stream.
100%.
Very big facts.
Way before.
The biggest fact.
Oh yeah.
No matter the outcome of the podcast, you know, I will be calling my mum after this, being like, I made it. I finally got friends.
Well,
friend. Hold on, I want you to act out that phone call. What would she say to you if you called her and said that?
I can get rid of those 99,000 YouTube accounts I'd made on your channel to subscribe to.
That's dedication.
It is. She's a good egg. She's a good egg.
She's a good egg.
For all the 18 people maximum out there listening to this right now, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you're all about, if you don't mind?
Me? Right. Well, I'm 414Anime. I am a full-time YouTuber now. Big win.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy times.
One of the questions I had written down.
Hey. I'll still answer it. It's fine. So yeah, I make anime character fact videos over on my channel, 414Anime. And yeah, just a lot of other kind of content and stuff on other channels. Always got tons of projects on the go. Just love it.
Oh, I know how that goes.
Love the grind.
So I guess I'm gonna cut you off right now, Evan.
Nope. I got to tell you about my epic game that I was gonna do.
Wow, I had a great segue.
It got ruined. This is an even better segue. So I was gonna make a game where it was guess the facts, and it was gonna be which video was made by which of you, or was it made by both of you?
Ooh.
And you guys have never fucking made the same video. Like you've never made a video about the same person.
Well, that's a good thing.
It fucking sucked.
That means we both have like our own little niches in the same genre. It's perfect.
Yeah, but it inconvenienced me, and so I'm upset about it.
I apologize.
Yeah. So can you guys start copying each other a little bit more, please?
I'll
will
think about it.
Thanks. Okay, good.
Okay. Well, now that he's done ranting, my question was gonna be, so you mentioned that you've gone full time now. I actually just wanted to ask, how's that going? I mean, I know it's a very recent switch, but it's a big change, obviously.
Yeah, very recent. So it was like November last year. I worked my last day at the day job before going full time because of the state of the world and everything. They were offering out like voluntary redundancies, so it was like, bro, it's time. It's time, because I hated that job anyway. And my fiance's been telling me for months and months, just concentrate on what you love, man. So I did. I left that, but then I was like, hey, you know what? It's Christmas. It's December. I'll give myself a month just to kind of like, enjoy the holidays and stuff, and then we'll kickstart in January. January the 4th. January the 4th, I had down as like, that's the first day of my new job. That's what we'll do. Within a week, I got 2 copyright strikes, and
oh, I had another question about those.
Yeah, he started off on the right foot.
Yeah. So it was like, within a week, I'd had 2 copyright strikes, and I think YouTube was kindly telling me with its large red arrows that, bro, you're not doing well. You're not doing good.
Man,
call them back.
January's a rough month to start too.
It is, man.
Dude, ad revenue gets like cut in half, if not like 3/4 sometimes. It's rough.
Yeah, I mean, for me as well, like, it was a dumbass time to like start the grind then as well, because it's obviously change of season. Because my fact videos, I tend to do what's current what's airing at the moment, but like that changed that first couple of weeks where everyone's just finding what they want to watch, and where I'm trying to find what's going to be popular. That's always kind of dead anyway. So like those couple of weeks, man, crazy time. But we're fine. We're fine. We're surviving. We're still alive. Still smiling.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're not only surviving, but also recently, this man over here has officially joined the 6-digit club.
I know,
That's a big congrats right there. I'm gonna
thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate
I don't think it's coming to the mic, but I'm clapping a little bit.
Oh, I can hear that. It's brilliant.
I thought it was a slow clap at first.
Well, I mean, it was, but then I didn't see my green light up, so I like stopped for a second. But that wasn't meant to be disrespectful.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, it's a big thing, isn't it? Massive thing. Like
it's the goal.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember like I started YouTube like five years ago. My first attempt at a channel was covering Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was doing like character deck stuff and whatnot. But like YouTube, I kind of found like all by accident. I used to play in a band. I started doing that when I was like 13 when I got my first guitar. And for like 11 years, that's all I wanted to do with my life. I was going to be in a band. I was going to tour, record. That was it. Like school didn't matter. I flunked and all that. That didn't work out. So like, I felt like I had this really weird year where it was like, oh, what am I going to do with myself now? Literally, for like the last 11 years, I knew what I was doing. Now I don't. Then I stumbled across YouTube and like started getting really interested into that. And then like, obviously found out about the silver play button, the 100,000. It was just like, oh man, wouldn't that be cool? Like one day, and here we are. It's just like, it's so crazy. It's like, it's one of those things, right? Like I almost feel like it kind of consumes you in a way, doesn't it? Like, you're constantly looking at like, how far am I away from this milestone?
Yep.
And then you get there and it's an amazing moment and you think, oh, what do I do now?
Whenever I describe YouTube to people, I always describe it as a series of hurdles.
Yeah.
And it's never stopping either. Like even if the hurdles get further and further away, it's always going to be, you get to one and you have to find a way to get over. And then you get to the next one, and it's just repeating that process with like new situations and new stuff over and over and over, right? But I feel like a big one is learning how to like not be so consumed by the numbers.
Yeah.
Whether that be like just looking at them all the time, or I need to mute that, or letting yourself get like
popular,
or like letting yourself like let's say a video does really bad. Like obviously, for most people, it makes them feel bad about it, right? Like they did something wrong, but learning how to like just understand that like, hey, that just happens sometimes, you just got to be able to move on from it. It's just like little things like that over and over and over.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I feel like there's a point in which you kind of learn that.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the early days, I feel like you're definitely checking it a lot, and you are checking it a lot for a long time, but then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, hey, I've gone up by this much. Didn't even realize that.
Yep.
Like it's just so crazy. I mean, like in the last like month, I feel like I've been checking numbers a bit more. I think because obviously like when you make that jump of like, all right, you haven't got that set wage coming in every month. You've got to like proper hone in on things. But again, I think there's a healthy way of doing it because it can get on top of you, can't it?
Yeah, it can do a number of things, honestly, depending on who you are. Because like some people, it like can literally just throw them into an absolute depression.
And
like
absolutely
trying to drive for those numbers can obviously lead to massive amounts of burnouts for hundreds of thousands of creators.
I always found like you're at your best when you're just not worried about it.
Yeah,
like some of my best videos are ones that I've not been like so bothered about, but there's been videos that I've put so much time, so much effort into, and they're like not done anything at all. So that's probably the key. Just chill. Just get on with it. Just do what you enjoy doing. Let those numbers take care of themselves.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because I think it goes even beyond the like creator sphere. I think that like just average people still care about their social media numbers way more than they should.
Yeah, totally. I think that it's like the age we're in now, isn't it? Like where people
absolutely
care more about their followers numbers than You know, back in our day, when we just went out, played a bit of football or soccer, wherever you guys are.
I hate sports.
Soccer.
I know what you're talking about. I played the old white and black ball, as we call it.
Yeah.
What?
You never heard anyone call it that?
No, never mind.
You're not.
Continue, please. I'm sorry.
Not a sports guy like me in 4-4. Okay.
I listen to American football.
That's a band.
I said it. Yeah, it's named after a sport.
I get it.
Good enough. All right, my bad. Continue, please.
But yeah, it really is like the age we're in. I finished the hit video game Death Stranding.
Nice.
Recently, and that talked a lot, or well, didn't really talk, but it had a lot to do with like people getting their worth from likes and social media and stuff.
I was about to ask if that had anything to do with sports, but
it sure did.
I was like, what?
I took us back out of the sports realm.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. But speaking of American football, the band, do you have any cringe band stories 4-4? Because I imagine I hope you were good, but like no one starts off good.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, like my first like I say proper band I was in, we were literally a wannabe British Blink. So we were doing the whole gag thing on the stage, but we're like obviously no one knew who we were, so it wasn't funny.
That sounds really funny to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of cringe stories. I mean, like, it's probably because I've been put on the spot. I've got like a cringe reaction.
Perfect.
We were playing. I don't know if you guys have heard of Rock City in Nottingham.
Nope.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, it's one of the like the big venues in our country. You'll find like most bands will hit in their runs of the UK. We were playing the Second Room. And like after this set, I can't remember why, but this girl was just as I was walking off the stage, she was like, "Oh, you defy gravity," and I was like, the first thing I said back to her, you know those things you say, where it's like 2 a.m. you stir, you wake up, and you just remember that one moment, and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I've woke up specifically because my brain has remembered this moment. So this girl's like, "Oh, you defy gravity." I was like, "You should see me walk on water."
Well, that's not even bad though. I feel like that's an epic clapback.
Well,
but like, no, it just didn't feel.
It sounds cool to me.
Oh,
it sounds cool, but it doesn't really make sense.
It's. I don't know why. It was just like, oh man, it was just one of those.
Awesome.
I literally went backstage and I was just like, I sat down and I was just like, for just like 2 minutes, I was just like, why?
Oh, so wait, at the beginning, you didn't even think like, wow, that was awesome.
No,
like at the beginning.
It was just, why? Why did I say that? Oh, it's because I used to do like all the, like, punk rock jumps and stuff. I know we refer to them as like busted jumps. So I'm quite lanky at like 6 foot. So when I jump, it's pretty high. So that's why she said that. So I don't know why I replied with I'm like.
Did she just look like really confused, or did you just immediately walk away?
I just kept walking. Nonchalant, man. Nonchalant. That's the only way to do it.
Oh, that's badass.
Okay.
Sorry.
What if she took what if she thought that was the coolest thing she's ever heard, and you just didn't know it because you walked away so fast?
I'd say that I executed it to the best of my abilities, though deep down inside it did hurt myself. I don't know. I'm glad that she didn't find it as embarrassing as I did saying it. Maybe.
Yeah, potentially.
But then that's the thing. Like literally the whole like being in a band thing is all about the act, right? Because which kind of makes this even more, kind of, I don't know, embarrassing. So we're this band. We're playing this pretty cool venue. There's a lot of people there. You look like these kids think that you're actually like living the dream. So to this girl, she probably was like, "Oh my god, he spoke to me." What she didn't know was that actually I was a part-time worker at a hot chicken counter, and like I'm literally like a nobody, and I'm all like Billy Big Bollocks, like, "Oh, you should see me walking on water, mate." It's just embarrassing.
She probably wakes up at 2 a.m. thinking about how awesome that moment was.
She probably does, like, "Oh man, that famous guy, do you remember him?" Oh man.
I have a small question.
Can you do your band story first, please? Oops.
Mine?
Yeah.
Which one? I don't really have any. It just...
You definitely have band stories.
I mean, not really any that are like interesting.
Okay. All right. No,
like, I don't have like a...
Don't.
Listen, all right. It was rough.
I won't make you tell it if you don't want to.
No, like I don't know what specifically you want me to tell is the thing. Like,
I just
can
want to
give
hear
the background.
A little bit about your hit band that you had in our high school experience.
Well, we had some friends in high school, mutual friends that Evan knows as well, and one of them played the guitar.
Nice.
I played the drums, and dude, I don't even. Oh yeah, and
you had a bassist.
Joe. He played the bass. I was like, why am I spacing on who played the bass? But he's like he's like the only other person who was trying most of the time. But like, as much as I love Chris, it's just like, man didn't know how to write a chord for a while there.
You had a singer too.
We did have a singer, and that was the worst part. But it's like, she knew how to sing, but she would refuse to sing. So it was like, I don't know. I was just like trying really hard to get everyone on the same page, but it was just really goofy and not good. Not a good experience.
So
would not recommend.
I mean, that's the thing with like being in a band, right? Like you all literally have to be on that same wavelength. It's like,
yeah.
Say like, oh god, I don't know if you're in like a 4-man band. If 3 of you are like extremely driven, you all know what you want to do and you all know you're going to do it, but that one person's like, I don't know, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
it's just,
and it's like, no, go ahead.
I was just say it's just like an extremely strange, like, it's like 4-way marriage. You're married to 4 different people.
Yeah, luckily, like, we didn't go anywhere, so we didn't have to deal with a lot of the marital problems. But it's like, I don't know. The bass player and I were really the only ones who were like trying to write stuff and like actively learn how to play new things.
Nice.
So it's like, it was just basically the 2 of us, and then we would all just show up and then be like, all right, let's go clown around at a park now that we've done nothing for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Like, you guys did make a song.
Well, yeah, but dude, that was like all me pushing for it.
That's the
honestly.
whole point I wanted
but
to
like,
get
okay,
to.
Okay. Well, basically, we made one song and it's really bad. And
you're okay. No, don't sell it that short. Your part isn't that bad.
Well, I can. Okay, that's like.
Your part is
it's like 7 or 8 years ago. I can play it way better now.
No, I believe you. I'm not. But the singing was what really kept it back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude, it was rough. Like, all of the rest of us were like, because like, all right, we're basically recording this all in Audacity. It's gonna sound like shit regardless.
Yeah.
We tracked like everything we needed to for guitar, bass, and drums, and then it came to the singing, and we're just like, hey, like, you want to do this, please? And then she's like, no. Like, we basically had to like force her to do it and like leave the room and everything. And I was like,
wow,
bruh. I ended up really disliking her after that whole experience, just because like she was really driving me nuts.
Was she like a good singer then, or was she?
She could sing good if she like actually like tried, but she was like, when it came to this recording, she was like whisper singing. And like, so it was just awkward, but I don't know. It's like, I just wanted to put something together, so I did it anyways.
Oh, good on you for doing that.
I wouldn't say that, but thank you.
You can always say you have a song made.
Yeah, I tried to erase it from existence.
I was gonna say, do you have
a file somewhere?
Anything online?
I mean,
It was
not with this one, but I guess a separate story is like, this was like 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah.
But my brother's a pretty talented musician. Nice. And he had a band, and then they broke up, and then he still wanted to like. So he has like his own solo stuff basically, right? And he wanted
Sure.
to play a show. So he was gonna have his former band's bass player and then myself just kind of like play the instruments basically for him.
Yeah.
And then we just started like writing actual stuff, right?
Nice.
And we went to go record it. And that whole man, dude, this basically taught me that I could not do music no matter how much I wanted to. Like if I ever really wanted to, I don't like to travel too much, so that would not right there.
Yeah.
But this recording experience, dude, it drove me so nuts because
man.
it wasn't what I was expecting basically. So like we learn these songs, we get them all ready to go. I was under the impression we were just gonna go and record them, right?
Yeah.
But then we get there and they want to change stuff because like we had there's this local band in our area that's like relatively popular, and they were coming with us to like help us out basically.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that they were coming to like help us like reformulate these songs in the process, right?
Oh man.
So like they're suggesting this stuff, and like they have some good suggestions. Like don't get me wrong, but you're telling me like I learned how to do everything I'm already doing, and now you want me to not only change it but record it immediately. It's like I'm not ready for this. Man. Like I thought we knew what was going on, but long story short, we recorded almost everything except my brother's vocals. And we only ended up getting, actually, we didn't get anything back. They kind of scammed us.
Wow.
Big said. I mean, I'm pretty sure he paid them, unless my brother just lied to me and he didn't pay him. But
wow.
So there is, I guess, with that entire experience, there is one like demo of a song out there.
It's floating around.
I can send it to you later. But
yeah,
I like it personally, but it's definitely like a demo. It's not like on time or anything like that.
Yeah, no, send it over, man. Definitely interested to check that out. 100%.
Yeah, his brother's really talented. He's got a really good voice.
Well,
he's got like his own album of like electronic stuff.
Oh, sweet.
It's kind of like taking like Midwest emo and mixing it with like hip hop. That's the best way I can describe it. But it's really cool.
Yeah, send me a link to that as well. I'll check that out.
Frick yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sounds kind of like Nothing Nowhere a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of his influences.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That's if you know who that is.
No, not familiar with.
Yeah, I'll definitely send it to you when we're done though.
Yeah, 100%.
That way we're not taking up time during this where we should be grilling you instead of me, Evan.
Yeah, hey, 414.
Hey.
Are you ever going back to your YouTube or your Yu-Gi-Oh channel? Not your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was one of my epic failures of last year. So like 2018 was when I gave up the Yu-Gi-Oh channel to like put everything into 414Anime full time. I think with the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, like that taught me everything. You know, I hit all my first big milestones with that. You know, like your first 100, your first 500. I think I got as far as like my first 10k was on 414 YGO. So it was about 18k at the time. 414Anime was like 3k. But I think I'd just done everything on the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and I think I'd just plateaued. So I gave that up and threw everything into 414Anime, which now is was the right move. However, last year with the the state of the world, I got put on furlough, so I had all this time to essentially be like a full-time content creator. So I was like, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to revive the Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I think I'm going to try and, at least just like one video every couple of weeks or something like that. Just, I miss it. I miss talking about that old childhood thing. So I did this big kind of like little trailer thing saying like, ooh, hyping it up a bit. Made 2 videos. I think that was around, I want to say like May, June. I haven't done anything since. Big anticlimax. Released these 2 videos and then had to go back to work. Lost all that time. And I'm just like, oh man, I feel like such an idiot. Like hyping this massive thing up. Like, I'm back. And then 2 videos later, I'm not.
Well, do you still have plans to revisit it at any point? Or do you think you've just kind of like...
I think I will. Like, now I've got this time again. I think it would be like... In terms of like thinking smart, it's a monetized channel, so it would be stupid not to at least upload something every now and then. But in terms of like enjoyment, like I'd love to do it 100%. without a doubt.
Would you ever do like Duel Links or Legacy of the Duelist or anything like that on there?
I was doing like Duel Links on Twitch. I was doing that just as a bit of fun. That's kind of what got me back into the you know what, I should probably start doing this again, the old Yu-Gi-Oh thing. And that was really fun. So yeah, I might look at doing something like that, because I've got a friend that was really interested. Like he was a fan of the channel before he was a friend. And he's like knowledge of the game, man, unbelievable. So I was talking with him. I was like, oh, we could do this, and this. And I felt bad because then I was like, hey, yeah, I'm back at work now, so all these plans, can't do them just yet. But he's always kind of been like, just let me know when you're ready. So one thing we were doing was thinking of like doing the whole Duel Links, you know, between the two of us, and you know, do the whole character deck thing, because that's really what my channel was. It was just a big throwback to like the old school Yu-Gi-Oh, like before it got complicated. So yeah, hopefully, maybe it might be exciting. So
I'm looking forward to it if you decide to.
Yeah, watch
Yu-Gi-Oh stand.
Yeah, watch this space. I kept like trying to like, you know, do you remember when like the Trash Taste people were doing like the AniTuber chess tournament thing?
Oh yeah.
I was trying to rally together the AniTuber Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, but like it just did not take off. Just didn't take off.
Yeah. I remember like way back, Briggs, when he hit one of his early milestones, he did a Duel Links tournament on Twitch with a bunch of people. This was years ago, but he won his own tournament. I was kind of upset.
That's kind of rigged.
Yeah,
real life
kind of rigged.
But did you say brigged? I was trying to figure out how to say that in a smart way, but I couldn't. So I'm glad you did.
Something like that would definitely be pretty cool, though, if it was set up.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I think my problem was I just didn't have the voice, if that made sense. You know, I didn't have like the right. I don't want to say popularity, but like I didn't have like the right kind of oomph behind me to kind of get it out there. I said it to a couple of like AniTubers, and they were like, "Oh yeah, man, totally." And that's as far as it went.
Yeah, networking is tough.
Yeah, man, totally. Totally. I mean, I avoided it for so long, so long. I didn't actually start like properly talking with like other tubers till last year. It was when I was in furlough, actually. It was just one of those things, you know. It kind of goes with it's the same. It goes hand in hand with the concentrating on numbers. But you know, we like you see so many channels compare themselves to other channels, if that makes sense. Yeah. That was one thing that I was doing a lot during the Yu-Gi-Oh days, and that's one of the reasons why I like stopped it. I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to concentrate on like what others are doing. I'm just going to like put my head down, make some videos that I love, and just grind, man. And then like it was like last year, I was like, you know, I've got like no friends in this community. So I was like, you know what, stop being a little bitch, open yourself up, and just start talking to people. And man, where have I been? Where have I been?
Your mom's so proud already.
She is so proud. She doesn't believe me. She's like, they're online. They don't like. They could just be like your fiance, just making different accounts. She might not even be a real person.
It could be me making different accounts.
Yeah, it's me making my
mom.
I'm just a figment of my own imagination.
But no, honestly, it's like like in the last it's been less than a year that I've started networking. I've met so many amazing other people. So, God, don't know why I did that in the first place.
I mean, I'm the kind of person that purposely doesn't like seek people out the majority of the time.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's just like in my nature to just be like, I'm just gonna do my own thing over here. And if anybody like comes over and like pokes at me, then I'm like, oh, what's up? But
mate, I about lost my I don't know if I'm allowed to swear or not, but like I literally lost it.
Oh, you're definitely allowed.
All right, well, like when I emailed you like last year and you replied, I literally lost my shit. Like honestly, like fanboyed so hard. I was like fiance was like, Jen, his dad replied.
That's awesome.
I'm humbled, but like I don't know. I feel like most creators, you know, a lot of people, at least just like viewers and everything, don't really realize that like a lot of times, you know, it doesn't really hurt to like just reach out to people. I mean, the worst they can do is just not answer or.
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, I guess the worst they could do is just like roast you for no reason. But
Yeah, true.
I can't see most people doing that, so it's worth the risk.
Yeah, I mean, like I reached out to like a few people. Same as you. Like I don't like seeking people out. Mainly for the reason that I've got this strange thing behind me that I just feel like I'm a burden on people. You know, like if I'm just to drop into like and say hi, literally don't want anything from you, but just like, you know, just like make friends and stuff. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I bet they think that I'm trying to get something from them. You know, that I think that's one of the things that held me back. I don't know if I'm a bit strange like that.
I think that makes sense
no, that
to me.
definitely makes. I think especially like I'm very introverted, and so I get that way like a lot for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan, guess what? This is it's like okay.
I'm
Oh
not-
damn it! No,
yeah,
I wasn't even gonna do that. But good call. I
Let's
wasn't
hear
even
it.
gonna do that. So
Let's hear what you got to
I
say.
took a personality test recently, right?
Oh,
Do
Yeah.
you want to guess what percentage of introverted I am?
90.
94.
Yep.
Wow.
I was like, hell yeah, that's accurate. But that, so I understand exactly what you're saying too, because like,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like a lot of times, at least for me, whenever somebody reaches out, like, you know, I definitely have met people who are very much like, hey, I want something out of you. So you
Yeah.
just got to kind of like, you know, you got to feel the room first, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
you know, what's this guy about? What are they looking for? Is it something I'm interested in? Oh, they're just saying hi. Oh, what's up? You know,
Yeah.
you gotta, it's very, because there are people out there who are very much, they will use whoever they have to in whatever way they have to get ahead. So you do have to be careful. So like, I
Yeah.
get that mentality for sure.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I could not imagine going down that route. You know, like just using someone for your own personal thing. I couldn't do it.
I know, right?
I couldn't do it.
I was gonna say like Logan Paul, but I don't think even he has done that really. He just makes drama up himself.
I don't know. There's this. I'm not gonna name a name, but there's this one YouTuber. This is like forever ago. They're like pretty big now. Like they're like a pretty huge YouTuber. But at the time, like I wasn't even really that big of a YouTuber. But for like a little bit there, I wanted to try doing something where like because I feel like back when I was first starting out, I had the impression that like one of the only ways to really like grow on YouTube is to be shouted out by somebody, right?
Yeah.
But I had never been shouted out by anybody, yet I was able to somehow achieve growth. So I'm like, all right, I must be this like one unique case, right? Like I feel like that didn't happen very much because like a lot of people get the ball rolling at least, you know, by somebody else most of the time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like, you know, give back to some smaller channels in my own mind, like, hey, you know, like I will give you a shout out, but you got to be like, you know, a good guy doing something that I respect, type of thing.
Yeah.
And this YouTuber that I will not name, he came up to me in the DMs and he's being all friendly. I'm like, okay, yeah, like I guess I know who you are. What's up? And then he's like, hey, so can I get this shout out? And I was like, no, I don't think so, because like I didn't really agree with like the type of content he was making.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So I just politely said, yeah, I don't really want to do that. And then like he just kind of like freaked out at me. I was like, bro, what do you mean?
Wow.
And he was saying like, you know, like I deserve this and like all this stuff. I was like, dude, calm down, like relax.
Like,
So I just kind of had to like tell him off a little bit. I was like, dude, like I don't know, man. Like I don't know what kind of person just does that, but
oh.
now I do.
It takes a
That's
lot for you to
crazy.
tell someone off too.
Dude,
Like, you are so anti-confrontational.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. So
No.
I don't know. I could read those DMs back. They're somewhere, but
Wow.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
good.
I wouldn't have got as far as asking for the shout out. Like I would have been like I said, you'd have replied, "Hey," and that was it. I'm done. Like I've made it.
I got what I wanted.
Thanks. That was amazing.
All I
Oh,
wanted
man.
was the hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Acknowledgement.
It's crazy. Like that's one of the things. Like, I feel like I've struggled with a bit. Like now I've gotten to this stage where, like, I'm not a massive channel. I've done well, but I'm obviously like so people are starting to know who I am, if that makes sense. So you know, with that, you start to get recognized by your peers, I guess you say. So I've always been like, yeah, man, like, so you know, when I chat to them, when I talk to them, if they talk to me, just play it cool. Just play it cool. Don't, you know, you're one of them now, if that makes sense. Failed every time. I
Wow.
legit fangirl. Like, mate, I'm the worst.
That's awesome.
I am now that girl saying that you defy gravity. That's it. The roles have been reversed.
Oh,
That is
well,
it.
You should see how Spooky walks on water.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, that's
Yeah,
the thing. That's the response I should have had. I should have like, no, I don't defy gravity. Did you see how I jumped and then I came back down and hit the floor? There's no defying. Simple science,
Really?
people. Just shut
Really
it down.
detailed in your reply to her.
Yeah. Got out the chart, got in the lab coat, and be like, look, right, love, sit down. We're gonna have a chat, me. This is how it works.
Oh.
Casually explain gravity like that.
Yeah. The more I went into that rant, the more I was kind of like pleased with my original answer. I was like, yeah, you know what? The walking with what was fine.
It could have been worse.
The walking with what
It
was
sounded
fine.
could to me,
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
all
thanks.
things considering.
Thanks.
But I feel like we've all been there, saying the wrong thing at the wrong
Absolutely.
time.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
I can't think of an example right now, but I know I have.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Jinx.
Okay. I have
Ooh,
a.
You got jinxed.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
It was
Well,
subtle.
you owe me a high five. Boom, got him.
That...
Do not fangirl. Do not fangirl. Do not fangirl.
Oh.
What about
Yeah,
you?
it's cool, man. Yeah, no worries. Nice.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
No
right?
biggie. No biggie.
Yeah,
It's not like I like you or anything.
yeah, yeah. I haven't washed these hands for weeks.
Are you gonna? Okay. Are you gonna ask your next question?
Yeah.
Please?
So, I remember earlier you said that, like, sometimes when it comes to video making, some you'll just approach very nonchalantly,
Yeah.
and others you will put like an enormous amount of time into.
Mm.
So my question is, do you have like a favorite video or one that you consider like your very best work in your opinion?
You know what? I've always thought about this question, like to ask others, which led me to thinking like, what is mine? I don't have like a best video, but I have like a very sentimental video, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I obviously started this channel doing like the fact videos and stuff like that. But I was only doing series that like I'd already watched, they weren't new. Because like I didn't want to get spoiled on anything, and like I felt like doing what was new and current was too big of an ask. There's so many other channels that are way bigger than me that are thriving in this situation. So there's no point. Just stick to, know my limits, if that makes sense. Until like winter of 2019, where Shield Hero came out, and I was just like, man, I love this series like so much off the bat. I want to make a video about it. So I did. I made a fact video about Raftalia and a fact video about Naofumi. The Raftalia was the first one I released. That literally changed everything for my channel. As soon as that video came out, everything, the snowball started to happen. Massive. Like literally, like that video was the one, like I'll always remember that as like me taking a chance on myself and being like, you know what? Screw what the other channels are doing. Just put your voice out there, man. Just put your name in the hat. And like literally, like 2019 was like one of the most insane years for my channel. Like literally in terms of growth, it literally, I went from, just an ordinary channel to like, all right, this thing that has like a bit of potential to go a bit further than he probably should. So, literally I owe that video everything. So I'd say, though I've definitely done videos that are better than that, I'd say that's my best video for that reason.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable answer.
That's a great story. I like that a lot.
Fun fact, because I'm that guy. Fun fact about that video, tying into like look and stuff, going back to the copyright thing. That was one of the videos that's been taken away from me.
No way.
How could they do this?
I know, bummer, right?
So sad.
Absolute bummer.
One of the other questions I had was, how are the strikes doing? Like, are they released yet, or?
No, I've heard nothing at all.
How long has it been?
Over the 10 US business days. I know that.
I think is it 10? I thought it was 14. I don't remember.
It says 10 on the create a studio thing.
Hmm.
So it's like the counter notification process, my god, that was a nightmare in itself. Thank you so much, by the way. Absolute legend. Knight in shining armor came to my rescue when I was freaking out about that.
I've been there, and like I had to figure it out myself, so I don't mind just being like, hey, just fight the claim. You know, I gotta help the boys when I see them in need.
Whenever
people don't know what to do.
Whenever I've told this story, right, there's one aspect of it that like added to my like drama and shock and, you know, the whole charade. But like whenever I've mentioned like the said reference, no one knows what this is. Have you guys heard of Happy Tree Friends?
Yes.
There we go.
Absolutely.
The copyright school is Happy fucking Tree Friends, bro. It's so weird.
What is
so
that?
Weird.
What is it?
I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I really don't.
It even has the fucking music, the same music, and I was like, this is before you'd reached out to me. So at this point, I was like reading all the like you're gonna get sued or you're gonna lose everything, and I'm like, I only started a week ago.
You're not getting much.
Like they have to tell you the lead, like, you know, the worst case scenario basically.
Yeah.
But like for context, Evan, when you get a copyright strike, you have to like basically fill out like hey, here's what the fuck you did wrong, and here's like the information about it. Like YouTube sends you like hey, go to copyright school, you dumbass. Like basically type. But it's fucking Happy Tree Friends.
That's so
and you have
dumb.
to like do like a multiple choice questionnaire, like to be like, oh, is this copyrighted? And it's like, do. This is what I remember. Maybe it's changed, but by the sound of it, probably not.
Oh, great.
Yeah, pretty much
awful.
not.
It's awful.
It's Happy Tree Friends minus the brutal killing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing
your
they've taken.
channel is what they're doing.
But like, I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, why is Happy Tree Friends here? I just remember Happy Tree Friends. I think I was like 14 when Happy Tree Friends was a thing. I remember sitting in school watching Happy Tree Friends on miniclip.com. And here I am, like,
there we go.
Here I am all this time later, about to lose everything. Happy Tree Friends in my face. I'm like, no.
Well, I think they only do that the first time you get into a copyright issue, because I feel like I had that forever ago and I haven't seen it since.
Dude, you're gonna jinx yourself. You're getting it again to like next video you upload.
I swear to God, if I get a strike and they're like, hey, go back to copyright school, you idiot, I'm gonna be like, nah, dude, get away from me.
Oh man, I'm so glad that you guys know. Honestly, I've told so many people this, and they're just like, as soon as I mention like the Happy Tree, that's a big deal to me. I don't know why it's such a big deal.
It's
weird.
It just doesn't fit at all.
I didn't know that was still a thing.
I remember those guys brutally murdering each other. Why are they here now?
Why are they teaching me about copyright? Get out of my screen.
So I've not been able to rant about it to anyone, because I'm like, Happy Tree Friends, and they're just like,
what?
What's a happy tree friend? I was like, well, not me. I'm not a happy tree friend.
Yeah.
God damn. So you guys said yes. Oh, day made. Day made.
Awesome.
But yet, still waiting to hear on the copyright strike.
Oh, that's not as awesome.
The other
it should be soon then, as long as they went through and they're being reviewed.
Well, I mean, I think I was meant to hear back like 10 US business days. Apparently, I think that was around about the 20th of January that would have been done. So I've been waiting since then, because of course there's no way of like really reaching out and asking them, yo bros, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's
I mean, at
the
that
scenario?
point, the only other thing I could think of you could maybe do, if it's past the however many days, is email creator support. There should be, I don't remember what the email is offhand, but everyone should be able to access it and just be like, hey, you know, I had these disputes going through, these many days are up, hasn't been released, and then they'll look at it, and then hopefully they'll be like, oops, yep, released, boom.
Release. Thanks. Oh, legend. Thank you. I mean, like,
that's the only other thing I can think of.
Because that was the second kicker about the whole situation, was not only have we reached the big milestone, but you get your little gift, don't you? You get your little
play button.
Yeah.
You get your little play button, don't you? Been looking forward to that for a while. I got space saved. It's all ready for it. And it's like, yeah, if you got like copyright strikes, you can't have it. I'm like,
What? Dude, happy tree friends are cucking your play button.
They are, mate. They are. They're brutally murdering it. Yeah. So like, yeah, if you've got like any copyright things against your channel, then you ain't getting your play button. And I guess once it's
claimed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I guess once it's all like cleared, I guess I'll get something then. I hope. If not, then
I'm trying to think. I feel like I had a claim. I still have a claim. I feel like when I got my button, maybe it's just for strikes. I don't know. But
yeah, it sucks. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks.
I just remember they took like 4 months to send me my code.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't expect the process to be like quick. I've heard like so many stories about it being like slow, if at all. But like, I just want it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame
Can I have it? It's like the whole like verified thing, because like I didn't even know that was a thing until like Evanito was like, oh hey, you can get like the cool badge like me now, and I was like, I'm so slow. I was like, what badge? And then I saw his little tick. I was like, oh, you've got your little tick now, haven't you? Oh yeah, awesome. I've never really been bothered about like the verification thing. Like,
did you see?
It's like,
wait, I'm sorry. Did you guys see that there were people in California selling fake verified influencer houses? Badges?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
And people bought it.
It was all a scam, but they put
man.
the little Twitter check mark on a house and then took like pre-orders or sold it or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. But I've never really been like bothered by it. I know it means a lot to some people, doesn't it? I mean, like, fair enough. If it means a lot to you, then I ain't anyone to like step on that. But like, I saw that was available and I was like, well, I suppose at least I can grab that in my situation. And I kind of got it and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it does give you a bit of a feeling, doesn't it? And then that was it.
Yeah. I feel like it's just more like, a novelty.
It's like, hey, I'm the official me.
That's true.
Check it.
Exactly.
No one else can be you.
No one can be the too spooky meme.
There's no.
There is no other.
There's no 414Anime.
Hell no. Maybe there should be.
Yet.
Ooh, I'm gonna make that channel.
But I think the biggest like reason people like aim to get verified is more just so like there's no like fake channels, more or less. Because if you have the badge, people can know like, oh, this person's like commenting on my thing or reaching out, like trying to give me something or something, or like get information out of you. If they don't have the badge, then obviously it's not you, and that's how you can differentiate that. Because like sense. YouTube used to be where you had to have a unique username, but now like you could literally call yourself whatever. You could call yourself PewDiePie. You just wouldn't be, you wouldn't get the check mark. Yeah, you wouldn't be verified. So because of that, it makes it a little bit easier to differentiate who's who. But that's like the main benefit I see out of it. But yeah, obviously a lot of people
that makes
get some weird gratification.
That makes way more sense. I'm looking at it in a completely different light.
All right, I got a banging question.
So, well, hold on. We got a question redeemed on twitch.tv/American_Sushi. It says, from Viva the Loser, why hasn't Spooky wished Robin a happy birthday? Is he that uncultured?
Oh my god, you guys are freaking idiots. You want to know why? Because her birthday's tomorrow, you dumbass.
Well, not in Japan.
Do I look like I'm in Japan?
I'm glad you said
that. As soon as it hits midnight on the dot Central Standard Time,
you're right.
I will wish her birthday because it will be her birthday where I am, and that's what I celebrate.
I'm really impressed that you knew that off the top of your head too.
Do I have to wish a happy birthday in like 4 minutes? Because it turns tomorrow for like 4 minutes.
It would be very nice if you did. I won't beat you up.
Yeah, I thought I was just gonna chime in there and be like, oh, I'll just say happy birthday. But like, no, like going off what you said, we'll wait for the day. I've got 4 minutes.
Like, bro, dude, imagine wishing somebody up their happy birthday when it's not their birthday. Like, are you a freak? What the heck?
Okay.
Viva.
This came up. This just came into my head. 414. Do you
What's
guys celebrate half birthdays?
Half birthdays? No.
Okay,
Dude, what do
that's
you
not-
mean, Evan? People don't even celebrate that here.
No, okay, you'd be surprised where I work.
Okay.
They make a big deal of half birthdays.
Really?
And absolutely, yeah.
What?
Yes.
That sounds dumb.
Do you know what a half birthday is?
I'm guessing it's like halfway through the year.
I know you know. I just am
sorry.
wondering if it's a thing where you're from, 414.
Never heard of it before. I thought it was like
Okay.
a second breakfast pun.
It's like, okay, Hobbit.
The
It's like,
Dude.
yeah, 6 months from your birthday is your half birthday.
Wow.
do you get to like celebrate it and stuff?
Not normal people, but,
No.
but the people at the place I work do.
I was gonna say
See.
for everyone born on like Christmas Day, I imagine they celebrate it.
Yeah, they probably, you're right.
That
That
makes
makes
sense. You could have a half birthday away from Christmas. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
See, the other thing we have here is golden birthdays, which I also think is kind of stupid.
golden.
Do you know what those are?
No.
What
They're
about you,
dumb.
Evan? Okay, I just had to make sure. So basically, a golden birthday is, let's say you are born on the 5th of July, right?
Okay.
Random date. So when you are 5 years old, because you were born on the 5th and you're turning 5 and they're both the same number, it's like supposed to be your golden birthday. So if you were
Oh.
born on the 16th and you turned 16 that year, it's your golden birthday, right? And for some
Ah.
reason, people just make this big deal out of it. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like, it's just another birthday, man. It doesn't matter that the numbers line up.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That no, it makes sense. I'm one of these weird people that will like, I'll look at like stuff like that. If that makes sense, it's like, oh, that lines up. That's pretty cool. That's never gonna happen again. But I wouldn't go out my way to like celebrate it like fully. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I do like stuff like that where it's like on the 23rd of January in America, that would be 1/23/21. So it's like
Nice.
a palindrome. It's the same forward and backwards.
Nice.
Well, that's a little different. That's like epic. Golden birthdays aren't.
No. Actually, on my golden birthday, I
No.
got a ton of gold.
Well, that would be epic, but that's not how it works. All right, we have another question redeemed. Enemy MDQ. Why do you work with weirdos, Evan?
You know, I ponder that a lot, actually. However, it's what I'm born to do, is work with weirdos.
Okay.
The end.
I
had to give a wholesome answer there, kind of.
Short and sweet.
Okay. Can I do something really awful right now?
Is this our game? Because I have more
No.
questions. Okay.
Okay. Ask your questions, please.
I don't. Okay. I don't like the way you said that. However, Form 4, can you walk us through kind of your process for making a fact video? And then, Spooky, I'd like you to kind of reply and see if there's any similarities or differences with how you make yours.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Was it Robin's birthday, by the way? Did I get the name right?
Nico
Yeah.
Robin.
Miko Robin. Well, happy birthday. It's officially your birthday here in the UK.
Yes!
Big celebrations. Right then. So my video process. It like I say, I do what's out at the moment, what's current. So I'll spend like the week before, like coming up with who I'm gonna do. You know, who I think will be good. You know, what the comment section's saying. Sit down. And then just browse the internet. Like start with the wiki. That's obviously the obvious place to go. Get the basis down. I usually have like the same kind of structure for every video. Like I'll do like a bio, then like their personality, their voice actors, abilities, bit of trivia. So I usually have the same set. Sometimes it varies depending on characters. Like Horimiya, for example, what's recent at the moment, it's a romance anime. So those characters don't have like abilities and powers. So you've got to shake it up a bit with stuff like that. So yeah, I basically get a rough idea, start going through the wiki, get an idea for that, and then I start just wandering around the internet, just trying to fact check it all best I can. Though you'll always find someone that will pick up on something, but it's fine. That's not a problem. Thick-skinned as of now. Yeah, once I'm happy with that, I take a sigh of relief because the scripting part is the absolute worst part for me. I hate doing that. Don't know why.
Whoa, okay, that was unexpected, but continue.
Really? I don't know.
I'll explain when we get there.
For me, it just feels like I'm like, I don't know. It's a bit tedious. It feels like I'm writing like, I don't know if you guys call them essays or like homework.
Yeah.
Just feels like one of them. I'm much more about
homework.
like, yeah. Well, it literally is. Like, you're researching something and then you're literally writing an essay about it. That's the way I saw it. And then I'm presenting this essay to the world. And back in the day when I was doing the editing of this, it was just like images and stuff. So it was like making a slideshow, presenting my essay. In a cool way of thinking about it. Anyway, sidetracked there. So once I've done that, refill that coffee. Refill it.
Yeah.
All of the sugar. Get there. Get pumped. Record the voiceover. Recently I've done it slightly differently. I like since going like full time, I treated myself to one of those like fancy standing desks. We hit the button and it goes. I know, right?
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
La-di-da, big time.
Chair boy. So yeah, I literally, mate, switching at the moment. Like literally, like my fiance said to me, God, I think it was last month. She's like, your videos, I think you probably need to put a little bit more energy into them. You sound like you're a bit too like professional, if that makes sense. It's like your old videos, the ones that are still getting views and still doing well now, you were a bit more yourself. You know, you had a bit more energy in it. So like, even if you fake it, just put more energy into it. So I was like, you know what, I will. I heard that message and I was like, good feedback. So like I said, all the coffee, raise this standing desk up, headphones on. I feel like standing up is just so much better for a voiceover. I don't know why. Deliver that beast at least 3 times because I'll always go wrong.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy. And even on the 3rd, I'm still editing out breaths and ums and swears and telling myself I'm not good at this and stuff. Which is the next part of the process. Yeah, just I edit like the voice portion. Once that's done, I'll send that over to Dakota Broski, my editor, and he will handle the video aspect of it, make it look pretty and whatnot. I'll do the thumbnail, get that bad boy back, and then upload it. That's pretty much my process. As fun as that
Hell
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go now, Evan? Is that how this works?
I'm sorry. I'm just taking it all in. That was really interesting.
Oh, really?
It is.
Oh, cool. I didn't know if it was really.
Serious.
I didn't know if it was really boring. Sorry.
No, I'm retracing what you said because it genuinely was interesting.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Did you start out like editing your own videos? I imagine.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I got the editor in. One, because I at the time I was just using like still images and stuff like that, and it was literally like, I think I referred to my videos as a glorified slideshow, because it was literally just image, Ken Burns effect, fancy transition, Ken Burns effect on the next image, transition. I was just like, you know, I could up this, but like I don't have the time to up this, if that makes sense. So I was like, I'll let somebody else come in. And somebody suggested trying to get an editor, because I mean, as well as this, I was literally gearing up to go back to work after like furlough and stuff. So there was a big hoo-ha over me dropping to part-time. And then 5 months later, they were like, oh, by the way, they messed up your contract. So we've been paying you like this wage for 5 months, and you've not been working the hours. So you can either like pay it back or like work it. And I was like,
oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I can't believe they'd make you do that. I feel like at that point it's their screw up, you know?
It was literally like found that out. Like I was so fortunate. Last year I managed to go Tokyo in February for my big birthday. So we just got back, and then hit with the news of like, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna be working like 50 hours a week or paying us this lump sum back all in one. So I was like, oh, cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Love this place. Of course, I want to be here more than I should. So I went from working, I think I went down to 20 hours a week. And then having to pay these hours back, I was doing like 45, 50. So that was another reason for getting somebody in to help me with the edits.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, man. And like I mentioned earlier, yeah, I gave him Mommy from Rent a Girlfriend as like the first video. Just to make a good first impression.
Hell yeah. Dakota Broski loves Mommy.
Oh, man. It's all about she's on the cover of the second volume of the manga, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's got like coffee rings all around her and stuff because he uses her as like a coffee coaster. She's all like scribbled out in this black like pen. It's brilliant.
He's never gotten over it.
He hasn't. So I was like, yeah, sorry, bro. The video did really well though, so I was really happy. I was like, hey, I remember when it passed like 100k views, I sent him a message. I was like, hey, boy, we did it.
Those were all Jordan watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But yeah, that's literally my process. And I mean, I've got the time to edit them myself now, but like, I feel like with Dakota, like he definitely leveled it up. He knows how my videos work, and he's just a great guy. So yeah, he's an absolute lifesaver. So I could not get rid of him at this point. I feel like he's part of the team.
Yeah, he's a super great guy. I've only met him a couple times.
Beautiful hair.
Genuine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good editor too. Those are hard to find.
Yeah, absolute. Like, I just feel like I've lucked out. Like, you know, he's just amazing, man. He gets me. He knows me.
Shout out to Dakota.
Shout out, boy. Love that guy.
All right, Spooky. Now, what of how he described it is similar or different to how you make your fact videos?
Well, there's definitely a lot of similarities, but there are some differences, I will say. So I'm just going to use an example of a fact video that I have in the works, right? So my favorite band is this band called Deftones. You may or may not have heard of them.
Yeah, boy.
But as my favorite, I've wanted to... I'm basically going to give like how I do it now versus how I did it instead of how I used to do it, right?
Cool.
Uh-huh.
So because they're my favorite, I want to make sure that I'm getting like the most prime information that I can. And when it comes to researching, the issue is that a lot of times people just think like, for instance, that like you just have to like look at a wiki, right? But that's not true. Like, sure, wikis have a lot of cool information. They always do. But what you have to do is you have to really take the deep dive. You got to go to interviews. You got to go to documentaries. If like, obviously this isn't for, you know, every topic because there's only so much information on certain things, but yeah. You got to just really take the deep dive. You know, sometimes you got to look at different search results for different countries, even like with a VPN, you can find stuff that you wouldn't normally find like with like, wow, yeah, you wouldn't think to do that, right? But
absolutely not.
You can find like such cool stuff. But my number one rule at this point, like I didn't used to do this before, but the biggest rule for me is it's got to be something that you wouldn't you wouldn't know unless you looked for it. So like if it's can't speak. If it's in an anime, for instance, if it's something that you can learn while watching the show, I feel like it's probably like not worth putting down.
Cool.
So I spend a lot of time on the research, but I actually really enjoy it for the most part. What gets frustrating is when like, so I usually do anywhere from like 5 to 101 facts for like a video. So I do 5, 10, 25, 50, or 101. It's got to be one of those. And I won't budge. It's got to be those numbers. So I don't really start out knowing how long it's going to be, but I just keep going until I start to really slow down with the information. So like with this one, obviously, since they've been around for a long time, they're a big band, I'm able to go all the way to 101. But the problem is you get to like 75 and then it's just so hard to find anything. Like you really have to just dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And like, that's when it gets frustrating. But other than that, I feel like the script writing is probably one of the funnest parts. Then after you've got all that taken care of, I despise audio editing. I hate it. One, because similar to you, I record like every single line multiple times. So depending on the word count, it's just like I've had to sift through like 14 hours of audio for certain videos before. It's disgusting.
Wow.
And so like I got from what you were saying that you like record it and edit it at the same time. So like you're kind of doing it simultaneously. I've never tried that. So like I record it all just in one sitting or like multiple sittings if my voice can't take it. And then I edit it all afterwards, right? So like it just takes such a long time and I hate it. It's my least favorite thing to do. Yeah. And then it's just it's the one thing I wish I didn't have to do. But then when it comes to editing, at that point I usually clip gather first. Yeah. Not like, because I'm not going to be able to find everything I need, because I know like certain things are going to be very specific. Yeah. And I'll just like find whatever I need for it when I get there. But getting just like a general backlog of like, all right, here's a bunch of clips that I can use to like start out with. Because I feel like when you're editing a video, the introduction is like basically the most important part, because you need to be able to hook people onto what you're talking about to get them to keep watching. And my YouTube philosophy, more or less, is that you have to make a video that can not only be just straight up listened to, like podcast style, like if someone were to just sit down and listen to it, they could still get the full effect. But if somebody is actually sitting down to watch it, you need to be able to have like visuals that are keeping their attention constantly. Yeah. So in that aspect, it's like you got to make sure that you have enough stuff right out the gate to work with. Otherwise, like it just takes even longer. But then it, just depending on how long the video is, it's days of editing, weeks of editing, maybe. And then after that, the very last thing I do is the thumbnail. I know sometimes some people do the thumbnail first to kind of like encourage them to make the video, you could say. Yeah. But I feel like it's like the icing on the cake, You've done all the hard work, and now like, because thumbnail making is actually like my favorite part of the whole process. Yeah, so, I do. Making it at the very end is like, I've done it. It's done. Yeah. I'm complete. I can relax now.
Yeah, the thumbnail bit's always, I've always liked that. I think that was one of the first things I learned when I started doing YouTube, was like how to use Photoshop. So even doing something simple felt like, oh my God, look at this. I'm like graphics design master. If you just put like a simple drop shadow on a bit of text or something, you're like, oh my God, look at this.
I found out one of the most like crucial things in Photoshop only like a couple months ago, and I've never been, actually, I shouldn't say that. I guess it was like a year ago now, but even so, it's like the fact that I didn't know this one simple trick this entire time, I feel like such an idiot because it's been right there. So you know how, like, let's say you have a manga panel, right? Yeah. And it's like, it's white and black and gray. Like that's it. But what if you wanted to change the color to a different color? So for the longest time, whenever I would look up a tutorial on it, if I had to do it, it's like this super long process that you have to do all this very technical stuff with like masking and all this other jazz to get it to change the color. But in reality, all you need to do is just put a different layer underneath it, and then you switch the layer to multiply. That's it. I'm like, bro, what do you mean?
Bruh. Yeah, man.
It's this whole time.
Multiply is literally like a godsend.
I don't know how I could do this.
Multiply is amazing. I mean, like, I still watch videos like now as religiously as I did back then on like how to do thumbnails and stuff like that. Like, there's always someone that just does something slightly differently, and you're just like, my God, that's beautiful. There's a little trick. Yeah. So yeah, like the multiply
tutorials
thing.
Are very important.
There you go, my friend.
Yeah. So anybody listening, there you go. The multiply. It'll save your life.
Love multiply. So good. I do loads of like anime figure photographies and stuff like that. You know, I have an ungodly amount of figures. So I was like, hey, I enjoy like photography. So yeah, I do loads of like multiplying stuff in Photoshop when I'm doing like overlays on stuff. So yeah. Godsend.
It's just something I never knew. It's like, it changed my life. But yeah, that's my process though, for the most part.
I wouldn't have thought about doing it on like manga panels though. That's smart.
Yeah, like it works with anything really. Like it's a fast way to just change any image to like a color you want. Like boom, done.
Man, smart.
Would recommend.
100%. 5-star.
All right. I have one more question written down myself, and then you're welcome to fly in with any you have left as well, Evan.
All right.
So my main question is, what are the future plans for 414 Anime? What have you got in the works?
That's the question, isn't it? You know, like I was saying earlier, like, you know, I've dreamed like of 100K for so long, and now I've got here. I'm like, oh, what do I do next? And that's the thing, right? What do I do next? So I'm literally not worried about it, I think is the right answer. I'm just gonna experiment, try some like different kind of types of content, but stay within the same realm, if that makes sense. Maybe look into more like theories and stuff like that. I'd really love to do like videos on like anime that I love. Like, God, my top 3 are like what, Code Geass, Steins Gate, and Hit the Shame, Date Alive. I love Date Alive. But like, biased on that one. But yeah, like I feel like whenever I do like videos on stuff that I really love, they never do that well. So I'm kind of shying a bit away from that. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like the fact videos are starting to do well, but I think I'm just in that weird experimental stage. I don't know if you ever got like that at all.
Oh yeah, like look, if I go to my channel right now, like compared to what I used to do, I really don't even make in comparison. I don't make near as many fact videos as I used to.
No.
Just because like I still very much enjoy making them, but like I feel like I at this point like to try new things if I can.
Yeah.
Or when I find something else that works, I like to continue to incorporate it type of deal.
Totally.
So like one series that I've been working on that is very fulfilling, but it doesn't really like perform very well. It's basically comparing a live action film to the source material for like manga stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's very out of my comfort zone, but it's very rewarding for me. So like you could say that I'm very much in my experimental stage still.
Yeah, man.
I have some very stupid ideas written down that I will never do, but goddamn, do I want to? Adam Sandler.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one.
Yeah, I mean, wish. I started a second channel. Funny, like everything kicked off while I was in furlough. And that channel was basically like for me to be able to just like experiment, just make the videos that I really wanted to make without worrying about, you know, the views, the subscriber count and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, I think that would work, you know, because sometimes I think when you get like experimental, you're trying to find the next thing, you think about it too hard, don't you? You're like, you know, what's that? Where can I go? What's the next step? So I was like, you know what, this other channel would do something just to satisfy that. Maybe that will get rid of the thoughts of like, what's the next level kind of thing. But then you start loving that, don't you? What was originally a like, oh yeah, this is just gonna be a bit of fun. And then you start thinking like, oh yeah, that video would be a game changer. Yeah,
that's how it works. And then it's just like, see, like I have like a huge backlog of just like these dumb, awful ideas, or just like an idea that like I would like to really explore. But the problem is, I either feel like it doesn't really fit in with what I'm doing now, and would like require an entire new channel type of thing. But then it's like, do I really have the time to dedicate to not only one but two channels? Because if you're starting from scratch with one, it's like you do have to start from scratch. And like, you know, the grind. It's not easy. You got to dedicate a lot. So it's definitely tough.
Yeah, like the videos I release now on this second channel, if you compare them to like, you know, I don't know, say the first 12 hours of a video's life, you know, between these two channels, like night and day difference.
Oh yeah,
because you, like you said, like even you could have like this following behind you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to follow you over to this other thing. You know, people are subscribed to you on that channel for a reason. Doesn't mean they're going to love everything that you're going to do. But like, I think that's almost kind of the fun of it, you know, starting from scratch again. Obviously, like the difference is, you know what you're doing, which is a big step up from probably when you started your first channel, when you're not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. it's just like I'm still enjoying it. Like that channel, I think it hit 800 subs today. So like massive difference in like numbers, but like I still got that kind of feeling of pride about it. Like yeah, boy, 200 off 1,000. That's good. So it's nice. I think it's like for me, it's refreshing to have that. That I can have this channel that has these like, you know, to many like, you know, very minuscule victories, but to me, like win's a win. You know?
Yeah.
But no,
you got some fire thumbnails on the second channel.
Oh man, thanks. Yeah, I put so much time into those. So much time. I don't know. I just love taking photos of figures, man. I don't know.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
Impressive.
It's like you can take portraits of people without having any interaction. This might be good for you too,
Yeah, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
I got a camera.
So you can get
a camera.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, so you ain't got to tell them how to pose and whatnot. You ain't got to make any awkward conversation. You can talk to them. Like, feel free to, but like...
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
No more cat pics.
None.
But,
no, you reminded me like when you were saying like you've got this like list of just stupid ideas or like, you know, like stuff that you like when that idea is concocted, sorry, you just like, mate, this is amazing. This is amazing. I've got this book of ideas I think are amazing, but as soon as I say them out loud, I'm like, what was that idea? It's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'll let you into what I thought was my big projects for this year.
Yes.
So like my becoming full-time on here meant I could spend a lot more time on my second channel. I was like, you know what? I need to make a big project video on that channel, you know, just to satisfy the creative needs. You know, don't worry about it being, you know, the next big thing on YouTube. Just something just to satisfy that creativity, you know. So I'm like, all right, anime figure photography. What can I do? What would grab people's attention? What would grab my attention if I was to see this? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a picture of an anime figure on top of a fucking mountain. And I'm going to document my journey. Just like, man climbs a mountain to take a photo of this figure just at the top of the summit.
I'd absolutely watch that.
All right,
watch that.
Here's the difference between the two of us right here.
Hold on, wait. I gotta tell you what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna do one of those take a picture every day for a year. But it's of an anime figure, so it never changes or anything.
That would be amazing.
Oh.
It was sunny today. It wasn't sunny that day.
See, that sounds like super like inspirational though in its own way. Like it's this adventure.
Yeah, that was it.
I opened up my fucking thing of ideas, and this one that I just looked at right now, like I'm just slapping myself because it's so stupid. So I'm just gonna read this out loud so you guys can make fun of me. But
Cool.
Watching a DV disc loading symbol until it hits all four corners of the TV at least once.
Are you stupid?
Nice.
Doesn't that sound fucking stupid?
That's not good. There's better.
Why
things
did I write that down?
There's better things you can do with your time.
What was I thinking? This is what I'm talking about, right? Like, no one in their right mind wants to watch that.
Now, hold on. My good ideas notepad.
Well,
I have, and I quote, most bullyable anime characters and anime characters who say the N-word.
Ooh.
Those are the two things I have in my good idea notepad.
Ooh.
Man, we're all on different sides of the spectrum.
It's not great.
That's one of my main issues. Like, I feel like you'll probably, if you get to know me more and more after this pod, I tend to hype things up a lot. Even if I'm just telling a story, I'll like really drag it out and things like that. So with this fucking big project idea thing I had, I was talking to my like fiance about it. I was talking to friends about it, and I was just like, yeah, big plans, but I wasn't saying what it was. Just like, yeah, it's gonna be a big epic documentary. It's just gonna, you know, capture this, like, it's just gonna capture me in my prime, you know, and all this and stuff. And like, so like, I kind of bullshitted my way through it. They were like, man, he might be onto something like pretty good here. He's been doing this YouTube thing for a while. He's been making videos for a while. He might be onto a good idea. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to climb a fucking mountain with an anime figure and take a picture of it. And they're just like...
No, and the
I was
worst,
like-
the best part is I think that could turn out really good though. Actually,
Well, yeah, that's
There
why
is-
I like
no
it.
doubt.
It's a good
There is-
idea.
There is something behind it, but I think you've got to treat it like it's a stupid idea for it to work.
It's about the journey,
It is about the
not
journey.
the concept.
Yeah, true,
That's
true,
what I would say.
true. Because you could
That's what's
climb,
inspiring me.
you could climb said mountain, and the picture could be awful, and you're like, right. So I've just asked a mate, maybe even paid him to come with me to be a cameraman, because hey, I need to be hands free for this thing. Climbed up. I bought snow gear because in my head that mountain's got snow in it. You know,
It's like mountain.
I bought gear. You know, like gotta make sure I get the right stuff. I've got to look right as well. Everything needs to be there. You get up there and it's just like, yeah. The photo was shit as well. So
That'd be so funny.
Can you imagine
That'd
that?
be so good.
just
And it's like an hour and a half long, like
Oh.
documentary style, like enormous
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, then you could, but after you see the photo too, you could like, get your reaction of like, oh man, what have I done? Like, and it's like a
Fucking
whole,
sucks.
dude. It's like the third act of just like,
like
And then you throw the anime figure off the mountain.
Well-
mate, Photoshop, multiply mountains onto things. It'll be fine.
They-
It'd be
I'm just gonna take care of this real quick. We have a redeemed question. The answer is no. That is all.
that is all.
Great.
But yeah, man,
So
I
you
thought
actually go ahead.
I thought about this idea so much that I was just like, yeah,
Oh.
once that video's out, once it's released, I can see it. I can see my tweet. Where are we going next? Question mark. That's how far I'd thought about it. I was like, we'll climb a mountain to take a picture of an anime figure. And then we'll follow it up by going somewhere even crazier next.
With the anime figure.
Yeah. See, I'm that kind of guy that I'd get this thing booked and I'm like, what figure do I take?
All right, I'm
It'd
gonna have
be
to ask you to
Kurumi.
hear me out for a
It'd
second.
be Kurumi.
Why don't you take all of them?
Oh, man.
Like I know you have a lot.
I
Don't
do.
get me wrong. I know I'm not memeing. I'm just saying. First you take one, and then you take them all.
See, what I want to know
Fuck, man.
is if you got on a plane to get somewhere like with a mountain. I'm not sure how close a mountain would be, but we'd have to get on a plane here to get to one.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
you got searched at the airport, and that was in your suitcase. Like, what would you be able to say? Like, what?
That was like,
How would you explain that?
yeah, that was me coming back from Tokyo.
Oh.
What did I buy? It was definitely a Kurumi figure. It was a questionable one as well. And it was definitely packed at the top of the suitcase, and they did a bag search. To me, my suitcase looked perfectly normal, like healthy young weeb, definitely not from the country. I expect every person who looked like me to have the same suitcase as me, jam packed full of like just anime stuff. But yeah, they looked really surprised. I had like loads of like guilty pleasure, but I had loads of like Love Life stuff in there as well. So like school idol shit. Yeah.
See, I always heard from people that like I don't know how it works exactly, but I've heard from people who go to Japan somewhat frequently to get stuff is that they usually just mail it back to themselves.
Yeah, you can do that. But I don't know. I literally the first time I went, I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
I bought like the biggest suitcases that I can, and I went out with 2 huge suitcases.
See, I would probably do what you did, to be honest.
That's
It just
exactly
seems more
what I would
convenient.
do. Yeah, that's
It seems
exactly
way
what I
more
would do.
convenient. I just didn't know if there was like some rule against that. Like, yeah, you should probably just ship your stuff, pal. Like, I don't know.
Like
It's just always been in the back of my head.
yeah, the first like the second time, February when I came back, nothing. It was fine. Not a problem. It was just the first time. I think it was just a random check. But to be fair, I'm always that guy that gets the random check.
Huh?
Always.
Me too.
Always. Like I remember like we went. Have you guys heard of Reading Festival? Reading and Leeds? Big music festival in the UK.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it used to play a lot of rock bands. It doesn't anymore, especially not this year. but like we went this one year, and there was a group of us. We'd just gone to the car. My brother and his mate were walking like by, and like his mate was like, I think he was selling weed or something like that. I don't know. I'm not into that game, so I was completely clean. As we're walking back in, they stopped me and they're like, "You have to come this way." I was like, "What for?" And they're like, "We need to do a search." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Confident. I ain't got nothing. It's fine. I had to get down to my boxes, and that's when I started panicking. I was like, I was looking around for like rubber gloves, man. I was like, I'm fine. I'm like, oh God, I was like young 20s. So I was in an okay physique wise. So I was like, it's fine. This is fine. Wearing all right boxes today, not the Pokemon ones. We're good. There best not be a freaking like rubber glove pack. And literally, there was not. And it was just the weirdest thing. They were just like, yeah, you need to strip down. And then they were just patting all my clothes, turning all my pockets inside out. Had a toothbrush in my pocket. They gave me a weird look at that. I'm like, mate, I'm standing literally in a field in my boxes. Don't look at me about the toothbrush. And then they had to like pat me down, and then went off. And then they were like, no, you're fine, mate. And I was like, oh, mate, literally, like, walked back, caught up with my friends. Then to go into like the main arena, you have to go through another security check. Went through it, and they're like, "Excuse me, mate, can you come here?" Oh, and I was like, "What have I done?" And they're like, "Oh, you just look suspicious." I was like, "I was just stood in my boxes a minute ago. I'm like freaked out. I'm panicked. I'm survived. I've still got like my gay virginity, so it's fine." Like that's the suspicious look. And they were like, "Can you empty your pockets?" Got my toothbrush out, didn't I? And they were like, "Why have you got two?" I was like, "Don't worry about the toothbrush. Can I go?" Can I go? But yeah, I'm always that guy. Like, even when I'm in like shops and stuff, like I find that like the shopkeeper's always looking at me, and I'm like, do I look suspicious or something? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I am that guy.
You are such a good storyteller. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. It's been interesting. Been interesting life.
Yeah, you've got plenty of stories to show.
Yeah, man, 100%. It's always a good story.
Yeah. So I have a couple final questions. You actually answered one of them, I think. But if you have anything you'd like to add,
was that still have my gay virginity?
That one, yeah, that's what I was going to comment about. But
I had that written down too.
We all three knew.
Hell yeah.
What are some of the ideas you'd like to put on your channel but haven't felt comfortable doing yet? Like, besides the mountain one, okay?
Besides the mountain one. I don't know. I think I've done everything. I don't think there's anything I don't feel comfortable doing. I mean, I don't know if that's even the right way of saying it. Like, I know my right from my wrong. I won't put anything up there for the sake of, like, the sake of it. But I don't know. I'm always kind of, I guess, like, I kind of answered it earlier. I'm always adamant to put up videos on stuff that I'm actually really interested in, because I know it doesn't do well, and that disheartens me a little bit. Which goes back to our earlier conversation in which we were saying don't concentrate on the numbers. But
got it all figured out, don't we?
Yeah. I think it's important to do kind of, at least for me, one thing that you kind of like implement yourself is the mentality of one for them, one for me. Or like however many number, like you make one that people kind of like come for, but then you also make one that you like means a lot to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I mean, because that like I mentioned earlier, that was kind of like the feelings behind me starting that second channel, was so I could make those videos that I wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
But then my problem is, like, if I start to see that I'm like, if I can do something, if I can challenge myself to do something, then I'm like, I start taking it seriously. What was just a bit of fun then starts to be like, oh, you know what, I could probably get this to 1,000 subscribers, you know. And then when I get to 1,000, I'll be like, yeah, shoot for 10k. Let's go for it. 10k becomes 50, and the ball rolls. So I like that. One for you, one for me. That's wise.
Yeah, that way you're fulfilling yourself, but you're also fulfilling the people that come for the content, you know. And if they like, and if in the meantime they also like what you made specifically for yourself, I feel like it makes it just that much more rewarding.
You're about to see a hell of a lot of Kurumi videos, my friends.
Oh,
Oh, you know. To be fair, I'm doing that already. Somebody called me out earlier and said, like, I swear half my career has been like Kurumi videos. I was like, this is true. To be fair, that I even used that as like a goal, as a like, oh, I wonder if I can do that. Like, I don't know why I set this as a goal, but I was like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool to be known for that character? Like, if someone's like, oh, that Kurumi character, it's like, oh, that 414 guy likes her. Small win. I don't know why, but I've even turned that into like a little thing. I'm not really a competitive person, but like, for some reason, I have these little weird goals.
It's like almost like competitive with yourself.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Oh, I got proper called out on the Kurumi thing. By the actual Data Live game.
Oh, really?
On my stream, yeah. Like,
yeah, it's good.
So the Data Live game is basically just a bit of a like dating sim / visual novel. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. It's cool. So we were like doing this this part of the game where like you're in this like maid cafe and Kurumi's like the maid. So I was like, I'm already psyched about this. And
yeah.
in the game, like, she obviously knows who you are and stuff because you're playing as like the main guy of the series. So she's giving you the special attention and whatnot. But then she gets called over by another customer. And then like the dialogue's reading like, I know she's popular and stuff, but I want her to be serving me kind of thing. And I can't remember how exactly it was worded, but it proper called it out on me. And I read it out on this like the stream, and I was like, mate, that is me. That is me. I think it was like, I know that Kurumi is popular with everyone else, but I must prove that I'm the best, so I must invest in her the most. And I was like, looking around my room, and I'm just gonna do a quick count for you while I'm here. But there's like, what?
Yes,
1,
please.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wall scrolls. Figures. Let's do a quick count while we're here. Why
These
not?
are all Kurumi?
Yep.
Okay.
The 2 body pillows, that will speak volumes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 figures. So I was just like, mate, this game is calling me out. This game is calling me out for the degenerate investment that I am.
Oh, that's stressful.
I have a problem.
Stressed me out.
I have a problem. I have a problem. I really do.
Oh, that's awesome, though. You know, you'll eventually be known as the Kurumi guy.
I hope so. I don't know why, but I hope so.
It's like an extra life goal.
It is, yeah. It started off as a, I think somebody pointed it out, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, oh, if everyone could think that would be really cool. I don't know why.
It's a legacy.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's become a bit of an. I'm just looking. I've literally nervous laugh there.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I and my fiance bought a house in November. So we went from the renting life to joint purchase together.
Congratulations.
So yeah. November was a big
boys.
month. Left my job to talk about anime, bought a house, the good stuff. So the second bedroom is my studio, my working environment. So I was like, all right, this needs to be a place where I can work, I can do my figure photography stuff, do my videos, multiple uses. I'm getting back into music this year. Gonna release an EP.
Oh, heck yeah.
Hell yeah. That was only concocted that idea like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, super into that idea. So I've got guitars in this room now. guitar rack. Then one of the things I was like, right, it needs to be, accessible. I need to be able to just set up a camera when I need it. I need to be able to just set up a mic when I need it. I need to be able to the standing desk, it needs to be perfect. I'm also going to build a fucking Kurumi shrine in here as well. And a good portion of this room is I bought a big bookcase, one of those kind of cube things, and it is literally just rammed. It's glorious. I'm absolutely in love with it. But as I'm sat here talking to you, there's part of me that's just like, my God, what have you done? What have you done? Felt really bad as well. For Christmas, my fiance bought me this All Might print that I'd been eyeing for a while. It's just fucking gorgeous. I just love the art style on it. I think it's got a slogan of be your own hero. I just love that. It just resonated with me for some reason. And she got it for me. It was quite a big thing as well. She's like, oh, you can put it in your studio. And I'm like, but it's not Kurumi, is it? It's only Kurumi goes in that room. And I felt so bad because I'm like, mate, it looks amazing. It's hung up, by the way. Don't worry about it. It's on the entrance to the Kurumi room. But yeah, she was kind of like, oh, can't you just have one Lelouch figure in here or something?
That's fucking awesome.
And I was like, no. It has to be Kurumi. Kurumi or not at all. Even my freaking mouse mat is Kurumi. It's one of those booby wrist ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I got one of those recently for Christmas.
Mate, they are a game changer.
I don't have one.
They're
honestly
not bad. It feels good.
Yeah,
see, I can't even use mine because the way my desk is set up, I like to have my mouse right next to my keyboard, but it's on one of those things that pulls out, right?
Right.
So it's not on top of the desk, so there's not enough space.
That's distressing.
It's something.
But you get a new desk.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to move this ever again.
I don't blame you. Never mind. I don't blame you.
It's literally
massive.
That is literally the legacy of us moving into this house. Never again. Never are we moving again. Never.
Dude, I felt so bad when I moved into my house. Quick small story. But so when I moved from my previous apartment to the apartment I was living at the time when we bought the house, we hired movers for the stuff.
Nice.
And then when we're moving into the house, we hired from the same company. And one of the guys was somebody who helped move us last time. And he walks in and he goes, "You're the dude with the desk, aren't you?" I felt so bad. I'm like, dude, I promise you, this is the last time you will ever move this desk. But I felt for the man. It's his heart just broke, He's he thought he was going to have a nice day, but he pulled up. He's like, wait a minute. I've been here before.
Desk dude.
It's the desk guy.
The desk guy.
I feel for a month, he was like, dude, this fucking kid with this massive desk, I wanted to beat his ass.
Do you think he's got your name on a little blacklist?
Oh, I'm probably banned from the place. Probably.
He blocked your number.
He looked at the check and was like, this kid's name? Nah, get him out of here.
I know the street.
Done.
What's the kid's name?
Never again.
Never again.
I've decided, the desk is staying at this point because I'm not moving it myself. It's way too heavy.
Do you think the desk will outlive you?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I could die tomorrow.
That's okay.
So
414, what sort of outside of anime, what sort of games, movies, and TV shows? Give us some 5 facts. 5
facts. Well, I had a little story that involved 1, delivery people, and 2, an interest of mine outside. So right. I may kick off with that.
What a segue.
So when I first moved out of the parents into my it was a rented house at the time. This was the first time I'd ever moved out with my ex at the time. We ordered stuff like a couch, bed, never had that before. I was waiting for it to come in. guy walks into our living room. I bought this I think it's 3-4 foot Darth Vader. That I was just adamant was going to live in the living room because it just looks amazing. Still in our living room, by the way, at this house.
Yeah, good choice.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I bought that as a moving in gift for myself. So it was already there. So there's space empty for this couch, space empty for this, that, and the other, and then Vader gloriously stood. I think he was by the fireplace or something. It was one of those fake fires as well. It didn't work. So the guy walks in, he looks in, he's like, huh. And I was like, it's cool, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, you're not going to believe this. My name's Luke Skywalker. And I was like, serious? He gets his driving license out. Luke Skywalker.
What?
Yeah, man. His dad changed their surname to Skywalker and then named him Luke when he was born.
Oh my god.
I was like,
what?
Dude, that kid had to
That's
been
next
so
level.
bullied. He had to have been bullied so hard in school.
not until he met me. Do you remember my story about the don't fangirl around people? I was like, that's so cool. Oh man, can we get a beer, man? Can we be friends? I want to be friends with Luke Skywalker.
Did you get a beer with him?
No, I didn't ask him that.
That's very sad.
I didn't ask him that. I'll let him get on with his day. Yeah.
I guess the other option is maybe no one ever messed with him because, we all know the Force isn't real, but you know,
Yeah.
in the back of your head, you see Luke Skywalker.
Mate, I still try.
I'm not messing with him.
I'm still trying. One day it will happen. One day the remote will come to me.
Expect it.
Just trying to force it to me. Come on. No, it's fine. Please. But yeah. So I'm into Star Wars and stuff. Love Star Wars. I made a Lord of the Rings reference earlier. I love geeky stuff like that. I'm here's my really boring side. I am massively into history and stuff. When I was a kid, my dream job was not to be a spaceman nor a fireman. I was going to be Indiana Jones. I was going to be an archaeologist. Yeah. That was me.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. I was history buff. Literally. You remember those embarrassing moments that you think of at 2 in the morning?
Uh-huh.
I always remember I moved from the south of the country to the middle of the country. Went to this new school and decided that the way I was going to make friends. I mean, I was only 8 at the time, but this is lodged in the back of my mind. Was just go up to random people, teachers, kids, and just tell them a random history date and why it was important.
Okay.
And I was just
now, that's remarkable. That's incredible to me because there is someone where I work that does that exact thing.
Wow.
I wish I was making that up.
That's incredible.
100%.
Oh man.
Other side of the country, years later, it's still hanging on.
I remember doing a school project where I dressed up as a Roman soldier, made entirely of homemade. It was what we would call a homemade cosplay at this point, minus the 3D printer and stuff. So my helmet was made out of an old ice cream tub and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I did this all of my own accord. It wasn't a project. And asked if I could go to different classes to show them what a Roman soldier would look like. That's another.
That's awesome.
It's not. It's not.
That's really cool, dude.
It's not. I can only imagine what the higher ears were saying about me. In my little sandals and my fucking ice cream helmet. God damn it. And there's a picture somewhere.
Yes.
There is a picture somewhere.
Oh, of course. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You
Embarrassing
should do
stuff.
that for Halloween.
Mate, I was pure into the dressing up thing as a kid. I had all the outfits. When the Star Wars movies were remastered, the original trilogy, I went to the cinema dressed as Darth Vader.
Did you really?
Yeah, 100%. See,
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
There's a weird line here because the Roman soldier thing, I'm that would wake me up at 2 in the morning. The Darth Vader thing, I'm fuck yeah, man. Rad. That's sick. One of my original dreams for when I owned my own house was to drop I think they're like $3,000, but like buy like the Darth Vader Supreme suit and literally just set him up somewhere.
Like a life? Is that life size?
Yeah, man. Like, so like a proper professional like suit, and I'm like, mate, I'm just gonna have that in my kitchen or something. Don't know
That'd
why.
Be great.
Yeah.
I'd have that in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, and then like literally like while the woman's at work, get in the suit.
And start messing around.
I don't know, get a coffee or something. Wait for her to come back and just like act so casual. I'm behind a mask so my face won't crack.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And just like gauge the reaction. It's stupid, right?
What would be the worst reaction you could get?
It's normal.
Like she
just like
you're right. Because she could either really like weirdly love it or like hate it, and those are both kind of understandable.
She'd react that way though. She would. That's where I'm lucky. Like she's like proper into like that. We're into the same stuff, so she'd probably think it was cool. She'd probably think it was rad. You know, I mean, she buys me Kurumi stuff, so
true.
Incredibly lucky.
Also got an All Might thing, and that's not going in the
100%. Well, it's literally right. It's as close as it's as close as it can be to the studio. So it's like my little like see it as I walk in. It's like yes.
That's awesome.
That's such a sick
wholesome.
print. I try. But yeah, like I'm just into stuff like that. I'm not really like much of a gamer. I enjoy playing games, but I'm not very good. My brother is the gamer out of the two of us. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the moment.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
Very good. It's just satisfying just lobbing people's heads off.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed has to be like your perfect game then, Mr. History Nerd.
Yeah, I like really enjoyed them, 100%. Because I'm like such a nerd, and like especially this one. Like this one, like you start in Norway, but then you move over to England pretty early on. So like there was a fortress we had to take over, and it's a castle that's like 40 minutes away from where we are. And I was like, oh my God, I'm 40 minutes away from home, taking over this. And I was just like, oh my God, shut up, man.
That's so cool.
But yeah, it's like little things. And like, I'd be telling like my fiance, I was like, oh yeah, so I was in like where we live. And yeah, I love like how accurate the game is because they've got so much. And I'm like, oh my God, man. My God. So yeah, like without it, like usually if you'd asked me what my favorite game was, I wouldn't say Assassin's Creed, but like I do appreciate that. The detail and stuff. Ocarina of Time, if you wanted to know, is that game.
Okay. I've never actually played that,
oh my
to
God.
be honest with
Get
you.
involved. Get involved.
Get cultured, loser.
Oh my God. It's so good. I mean, I obviously like, I appreciate everyone's opinion, but play that game.
I really liked Minish Cap back in the day.
Minish Cap?
That's a Zelda game too. But it's just a really weird one. It's on not a DS, on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh man, Game Boy Advance. Che boy.
And I saw you did the little Pokemon starter tree too.
Oh.
Like each generation. Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. A lot of fire. Who's my
favorite Pokemon?
Ah, man. I've got loads that I'm very fond of. But if it was one of those like do or die situations where it was like, you know,
it is.
You can only have one and it will be a real thing. So like Pokemon become real, but you can only have one.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'd go Raichu. I just always liked Raichu a lot. I don't know.
That was not what I expected.
Yeah. Followed closely by, and you won't be expecting this one either. Still first gen. Butterfree.
Butterfree, really?
I love Butterfree, man. It's so good. It's such a good start early on in the game.
Yeah.
It only requires, you only need to get it to level 10, your Caterpie. Level 7, your Metapod. Level 10, your Butterfree, and then you're set.
You're good.
Learn Psychic. It's got Sleep Powder. Poison Powder is perfect for catching other Pokemon.
In your professional opinion, What is the worst Pokemon?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh,
yeah.
the worst Pokemon.
There's only one right answer, but I'm interested.
I'm trying to think. The worst. It's like I feel like I should know what the answer is to this is, and I feel like it's going to be one of those situations where I don't say it's that, and then you're going to say it.
It's okay.
Whatever you believe it is, I'll trust you.
We'll just judge you.
The worst. The worst.
It won't be
Pokemon.
silent either, so
It's fine. Oh, I can't think, mate. You've put me on the spot. There is a Pokemon I know that just annoys the living crap out of me, but I can't think
we'll
what
do
it
our
is.
favorite Pokemon while you're thinking.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So I really like Komala. He's a little koala guy from Sun and Moon.
Nice.
He's my favorite, I think.
Really?
It's him or Emolga, but I like Komala a little better.
I did not know that. I really like Scizor and Gudra.
I'm struggling with this. I'm actually having to search Pokemon up.
Just quickly scroll through. Oh, this one's the one that sucks.
I know as soon as
this guy.
As soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, and then I'll be able to tell you why. I can like kind of see it.
What color is it?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
it's just that. It's that vague. Like you can. It's just on the tip of your brain, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you got the blacked out. Who's that Pokemon in your mind?
Yeah.
It's a Jigglypuff from above.
Hey, that was a dumb video idea I was gonna do. I was gonna come up with a video series called "Who's That Waifu."
That's
oh hell yeah!
You said dumb video idea. That's a great video idea.
Well, I asked a couple of people if they wanted to like get involved and help me with it, and they were like, "No." That's what made me think it was a dumb idea.
That's not.
Evan, we might have to steal that one for the podcast.
That's true. That's an awful reply, dude. Just
Mate, you can have it.
Chuckle.
You can have it.
Oh,
we offer no royalties.
I'll put that in my good idea.
Oh, it's fine. Thing. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, you know who I'm really fond of? That's stupid. Dugong.
Oh, I like
I can't
Dugong.
even picture Dugong.
Dugong, mate. Dugong. If you like,
is that the seal?
It's the evolution of seal. Yeah, man.
Oh,
but that was well good.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
I practiced a lot, man.
That's sick. He's literally for some reason Dugong's in like pretty much every Pokemon movie. I don't know why.
Yeah, it is. He chills out.
Yeah, he's just always there, and I'm just like, yes, then.
And
who
like
is it?
Shitty seal or shitty Celio. That's what I meant.
Epic.
Or Walrein.
Walrein's epic.
You know what else is epic?
Gamer time.
Gamer time.
Is it gamer time?
I'm gonna say equality.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Should we tell him what the worst Pokemon is?
Yeah, tell me, because I can't even think of
It's
mine.
Cleffa.
Cleffa.
Cleffa?
Cleffa has no reason to exist.
Yeah, it just sucks.
This is true.
It's just a soccer ball.
Yeah, it's definitely...
I keep a Cleffa in eyesight to remind me of my hatred each day.
Dude, I could punt a Cleffa probably 20 feet.
It's definitely Pokedex only. There's no other use for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't even want it for my Pokedex.
Yeah. I'll take the L on that one, Professor Oak. not catching a Cleffa. Not even looking at a Cleffa.
No, get it out of my fucking sight.
Well, you want to know what's about to be in your sight?
Yeah, please.
Nothing, because there's no visuals for this epic game.
Wait.
Let's do it.
Is it gamer time? You guys ready?
Yeah, 100%.
Epic
Always
game
ready.
time? All right.
Let's do it,
dog. So, lads, ladettes, anyone watching, I have brought a game today. Feel free to play along at home. One rule, no Googling. If you're looking at the chat, please don't, because they could be cheaters. All right.
Cheaters.
So basically, Evan, if you'll remember, in a past podcast, I did something basically where I took a horror movie title and I was like, hey, is this real or fake? And you had to guess, right?
Oh, this I didn't remember this one.
Because you both are super knowledgeable about anime and manga. Today, the game is called Is That Actually an Anime or Manga? Where I'm going to give you a name and a description of an anime or manga, and you have to guess if it's real.
Okay,
If
awesome.
you get it right, you get a point.
All right. So how are we gonna? So Are we gonna take turns? Is that the idea?
I would say we'll just rotate who goes first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
you two will be playing against each other, unless you want to just work together. If you really wanted to, you could. But if you guys suck, I'm gonna tell you that you both suck. You know.
That's fine.
So you can either suck individually or be epic and cool or whatever you want to do.
I'm willing to suck together.
You guys want to suck together this time? Oh no, he doesn't want to.
Well, no,
you're alone.
no,
on your own.
It was just.
I mean,
I'm happy to suck with you. I was just thinking like this is just an epic. That's what she said.
you know what? I want to go alone now, please.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The gamers are against each other.
Okay.
The weebs. Will they win? You can tell I put a lot of preparation into this, guys, so don't believe me.
Yeah, especially by how you're talking.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I like it.
I'll shape up.
You don't talk for a living?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total of 6 points on the board that you can receive. As our guest, 414, you have the option to go first.
Sure.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Frick yeah.
Good.
So the very first one is called Naked Youth, which is one word, by the way. In Naked, blank takes us on a journey through the uncertainty and excitement of young love and homoerotic love.
What?
Is this real or fake?
I want to say real. It rings a bell for some reason.
Okay. Evan, what do you
That's
think?
gotta be real.
All right. Well, you're both on the right track. You guys know your stuff. It is real. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Epic.
If there's
All
one
right.
thing I know, it's homoerotic animation.
All right, so let me just write down so I can keep score for you lads. All right, number 2. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Over Heaven, a novel centered on Dio Brando. Is it real or fake? Evan, you go first this time.
I really said it's about Dio.
It's a novel centered around Dio.
I really feel like I would have heard of this. So I'm going to say fake.
Okay. 414, you have the floor.
Yeah, man. I only recently got into the JoJo's life. Yeah, I know. Ooh.
So what's it gonna be?
Just to shake it up, I'll go for the opposite. I'll say it's real.
Oh, we have a shakeup, boys. And guess what? Did it pay off? It did. It's real.
Yay!
I've never heard that. I'm blown away.
I haven't heard of it either, to be honest. I just found out about it. So
it was the best
epic.
point in Zawardo.
Oh, he made the strategic call to go the opposite. And
he's making up for not getting the Dio in the sponsored video.
Not getting the Dio in that search.
The cops. All right. Moving on to number 3, 414. You will be up first this time around.
Okay.
It is called Hard Acme, a story about a girl overcoming her innate sexual desire to have intercourse with the ugly guys at school. Is this real or fake?
I'm going to say fake for this one.
There's no way that's real. That's
Well,
fake.
Here's the thing, boys. It's real, but there was no synopsis added, so I made one up. So I'll give you both half a point.
Oh, awesome.
out of pity, because I played you right there. You know,
you could have watched it and made a synopsis.
I mean, it's a manga, so I couldn't have watched anything.
Fuck.
Nerds, no, you know, I'm taking your point away. You didn't even know it was a manga.
Half a point, not a full point, idiot.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that to me. All right, Evan, it is your turn to go first.
Oh, sweet.
Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, an alternate history take on World War II, in which the fighting nations discover a way to turn women into giant-sized biomechanical weapons.
That's not real. That's false. That doesn't exist.
414. What are you thinking?
Infinite Stratos for some reason. I'm gonna say it's fake as well.
Well, you'd both be wrong because it is in fact real, and it is by far the most depraved thing I've ever read in my entire life.
Serious.
You haven't read
It's disgusting.
redo a healer
No,
yet.
Evan, you don't understand. This is depraved. It's bad. But I wanted to put it in there because nobody knows what it is. You guys suck. All right. 414. You're up first this time. Morphine. Blank encounters a former lover with a terminal illness and decides to leave her fiance to be with him until his final days. Real or fake?
Real?
Okay, Evan.
I think that's fake.
Well, Evan is really bad at this because it is real.
What?
Hell yeah.
I can't believe it.
Oh, and the final one. Wow, I'm glad we had this bonding experience together, guys. We're finally at the end. Evan, you get to go first. Unfortunately, there is no possible way you can win, you big dumb loser. But you should at least try for respect.
Hey, man. we could still play this together.
No, you can't. 414, don't even acknowledge him right now. You are so far above him. He's like a literal ant, all right?
Oh.
Do not.
I feel so rude by just I can't. I really can't. Every ounce of my body's just like, no.
Do not waste your time thinking about the problems of an ant.
It's all right, man. I just need a new podcast co-host soon.
Yeah, I know. But the final one, Evan, it is
fake.
Called.
It's fake.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna read it for 414 though, because he would like to play like an actual gentleman. It is called Din Dong. A common cat which pretends to be magical accompanies his useless masters and his friends in Hong Kong.
It does sound real.
Would you like to go with real?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Well, guess what? Evan still sucks, and you are a winner because it's real.
Hey.
What?
All of these were real.
That
Every single one.
So much like something you'd make up too.
Dude, I just copied it right as they wrote it down.
Useless owners.
It definitely sounds like
yeah,
a thing.
I got it.
Yeah, Din Dong. I just went onto my anime list and just started typing in random words to get most of these.
I like that.
Are you okay?
What?
Do you need help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just wanted to play an epic game. And 414 completely demolished you. I feel like you need to go cry in a corner now.
I am very sad.
I'm sorry.
So, well, I would say it's okay, but it's really not. I'll get over it eventually, but thanks for playing, I guess.
You're welcome. I'm here should you need.
I'm really sorry that I put you both through that. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked it. No, it was fun.
That was.
I liked.
All right, you don't have to lie. You don't have to lie right to our face.
No, man, I liked it.
At least, type it out with maybe a winky emoji or something.
I was winking.
Yeah, that was really good. Wink.
I was winking as I was saying it.
Okay. You're right.
No, I liked the game show voice as well. It was cool.
The first one or the second one?
Like both. It was just really. It was just animated, and I liked it.
Now you know he's lying.
I liked it. It was fun.
Oh.
I need to report back to
wholesome for this world.
You know what else is fun?
What?
Having you on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, it really was.
A great time.
No, I really appreciate you guys having me. It means a lot. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming and putting up with us.
100%.
Was it the single worst podcast experience you've ever had?
No, not at all.
Fuck.
Oh.
Sorry, that's what I was hoping for.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you had a good time.
No, I'm
actually what I really wanted secretly.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I liked it.
All right. Well, you know what you're about to really like? I have a secret, special, hidden game.
What?
Yeah,
oh man.
It's called Even or Odds. I'm gonna roll this dice app on my phone, and you gotta tell me if it's an even or an odd number. 414. You get to start.
Is it a regular 6-sided die? Is the question.
I mean, it really doesn't matter because it's always going to be even. But yeah,
I wanted to sound smart.
That was a good one. All dice are.
Oh yeah, of course,
numbered,
yeah. I didn't think about that.
Aren't they?
Well, no. There's. Oh, never mind. I don't know.
What are some I definitely could be stupid here.
I just know, for instance, there's a 20. I think he was just asking how many numbers are on this dice.
Yeah.
if it's
Without
yeah.
actually thinking about that didn't really matter at all.
I'll use the D100.
Oh,
I love that dice have names like that. It's so cool.
I've got access to all of them on this app. So.
Can you use the D100?
All right. So 414. Is it going to be even or odd?
Even.
All right. And Spooks?
it's not only going to be even, but it's going to be in the 50s.
No, you don't get to pick the same one as him. So
Well, it's odd.
we'll do
It's
best
going to be in
2
the
out of
50s
3.
still. It's going to be in the 50s still.
I'll do best 2 out of 3. As you can tell, I really did my research into this game. All right. Ooh, fuck. It's 11.
Congratulations.
So there's 1. All right. Now for round 2. Spooky. What do you think it's going to be? Best 2 out of 3.
You know what? I'm going to flip a coin, and if it's heads, I'm going with even. I'm going with even. Let's do it.
All right. 414.
Odd.
Ooh.
All right. It was
Ballsy.
even. So there's the end of the game.
Yeah, thank you, coin. I'm the winner.
Wow.
I always win.
Pretend that was a good game. I'm sorry.
I'm gracious in defeat. You you destroyed me then.
I hate to do that to you. I really did.
It's fine.
I'm really upset how much you guys are just okay with that game because it was really bad.
You're speaking to the inventor of the coin flip game, Evan.
And you somehow turned my dice game into the coin flip game. But anyways,
You're welcome. I
whatever.
improved it. I improved it.
Doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Mr. 414, for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun having you. So tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on the YouTube at 414Anime. You can find me on the Twitter at 414Anime with an underscore. Don't forget the underscore. Otherwise,
yes,
you'll get to an account that hasn't posted since like 2016. It's so sad.
How could they do this?
I know. Twitch, 414Anime. Yeah, I'm pretty much 414Anime on anything. So just the Twitter, you need to make sure you put the underscore on. So feel free to check me out if you do. Thank you so much in advance. I really appreciate it.
he's got good stuff out there.
Thanks.
If you like us, you might like. If you'll like him, and if you don't like us, you'll definitely like him.
Thanks.
All right, Spooky. I got the question, but you're taking it out.
Okay. Well, everybody, you can find us on, speaking of underscores, you can find us on twitch.tv/American_Sushi. That's right,
Nice.
underscore gang. We're also on Twitter at Sushi Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Music. We're on YouTube at the American Sushi Podcast. You can just type that in. You'll find it. It's there. I promise. And also, once again, make sure to check out our guest, please. He's doing great. He's achieving a lot of great stuff, and we hope to see him continue to do so. Give him your support.
Thank you.
Evan, what's your question?
Well, I want to thank all of our Twitch viewers, our lovely guest.
I didn't want to.
Spooky, except for the game he made. But my question today, it came up kind of organically within the context of this podcast. And I would say, would you rather defy gravity or walk on water? And let us know in the comments.
Yep, in the comments.
Yep. Bye,
I'll tell you
everyone.
which one I would, but I'm not gonna.
Ooh, you'll see it in the comments. No, you won't. He
Yep.
always forgets.
Okay. Bye.